Hey kids, welcome back to Let's Play Morrowind and the continuing adventures of Hlena, who now has a pretty awesome alchemy set up in the Temple of Balmora. Last episode we made a bunch of potions, as well as almost got killed by some bandits in a cave. But yeah, we have a good mix of potions that will be useful in combat, for sure. And we also have a ton of spells. Some of which we will just not be able to cast anytime soon, but I think we'll be able to get some training soon to be able to cast them a little bit more reliably. Oh, you see, we get 56% on the Alchemy intervention, but you know, we'll be working on that. So just while we have money, it's always good to grab a few of those necessary long-term spells. Plans for this episode. First of all, what time is it? Yeah, it's 10 p.m. So we're gonna rest, set out in the morning. Plans for this episode: we have 3 pilgrimages left to do in order for us to be able to sort of start taking missions from the temple, and also potentially go down to the mainland. Check that out as well. So we are going to make our way north. The 3 pilgrimages we have left are in. Well, there's the Coal Cave, there's the one in Nissus, and there's Ghost Gate. Ghost Gate is kind of a slightly risky one, so we may want to do some stuff on the way and see if we can't get some of our skills higher. But yeah, I think we're gonna walk up to Aldruin for starters. Maybe also check out the House Redoran. So yeah. Every time I load a new area for the first time when I've loaded the game, it does take a little while. I've made a couple changes, just minor changes to settings. I've reduced the camera sensitivity because I was finding it a little bit jerky in other videos. I've also I turned the music up a notch, so I think it's I think the music was a little bit too silent, to be honest. And so I've turned it up a notch. Hopefully my voice is not too loud and the music is somewhat audible. But yeah, back on the road. We've been on this road before, but I think we're going to take. There's two roads to Aldruin from Caldera, so I think we're going to take the one we didn't take last time and see what we see along the way. Want to check if I'm carrying anything heavy here. I can probably put that iron spark sword, give that to Oliver. Everything else, I think we're good. Let's take 2 of these, put them on Oliver as well. Finally we have a torch. I mean, my god, a way to kind of light the way as we go into as we do some dungeon raiding eventually. Just taking a look here, there were a couple things. I think we'll take the Cresh Fiber, a little bit of Cresh Fiber, because Fortify Personality could be kind of useful before we work on Speechcraft. At some point I will increase our Speechcrafts by talking probably to commoners. That's the back road to Balmora, I think. Yeah, no, I do think the could turn the camera sensitivity down anymore, but I find it, to be perfectly honest, I find it a little bit difficult to play with less camera sensitivity than what we currently have, so yeah, I'll keep it like this for now. Something I'm going to play around with though. Here we are back in Caldera. We distant view is looking nice. Last time we came up this way, I think I had turned it back down. Oh god. I have no fatigue and I'm being attacked. Well, might as well take one of these. Restore fatigue. I'll take one of the heavy ones. I think that's a pretty good potion. 16 points for 42 seconds. Yeah. See, this is why we always create restore fatigue potions first in alchemy, because just from the get-go you can make some really powerful ones. I mean, that's going to basically just restore a ton of fatigue. Oh god. Did we get poisoned or something? No, I don't think so. Ah, that was a diseased owlet. We're good. I need to get cure common disease. Oh, we can cast that. Yeah, okay. So we've got, now that we've got our Magicka back, we can get a sense here. Yeah, this is pretty good. We've got a pretty good mix of spells. Should be a bit easier to cast. Again, I find the cure companion ones to be really invaluable. I'm a big fan of this this stone texture in the Imperial towns. I don't remember what mod that is, to be honest. I know there's like an OpenMW texture, Imperial mapped texture. I can't remember what it's called, but there's another one for these roads, and this one is really nice. I don't think there's any reason for us to stop in Caldera at the moment, anyway. Aside from, you know, generally chatting with NPCs, but let's keep moving. I feel like we've had a pretty slow-paced start to the game overall, mostly just kind of wandering around, doing a little bit of hunting and stuff like that. And so I want to pick things up soon enough. Partly, I want to get these temple pilgrimages kind of out of the way, to be honest, because that's going to open up all sorts of possibilities for quests, and yeah. But I think we'll talk to some of these NPCs in the road here. There are a few somewhat humorous quests on the way to Ald'ruhn. Last time I just kind of willfully walked right past them. Partly because we're just so low level. But we've got better weaponry now. Ah yes, Hormar Wine Sought. Hail and well met, stranger. As you can plainly see, I require some assistance if you be kind enough to grant it. I need help finding the festering witch who has robbed me blind and left me for dead. A witch she had to be. I was on my way to Caldera when I met her. She was a stranger here like myself, and our conversations lightened the burden of travel. She was quite friendly, and, well, you know, we set up camp together. But that night she revealed the witch inside, cast a spell on me. I couldn't so much as blink. Stole everything, even my worn-out clothes, but most importantly, she took my prized axe Cloudcleaver. Join with me, stranger, and let's find her and extract her entrails together. Well, to be perfectly honest, I feel like Hlena would probably say this. I'm hesitant here, to be honest. You know what? Fuck that. I have too much else to do. No, I think Hlena wants nothing to do with that quest. With that guy. He just... And I forgot all over again. Yeah, no, I think she wants nothing to do with that guy. So yeah, no. No, we're not doing that one. Yeah, we need a better bow. We should be able to one-shot those rats and cliff racers and that. Like, I don't even think this one's diseased. No, it's just a normal rat. Is this the road we took before, or... Oh yeah, it splits, like, here. Okay. I will take the, I guess this is the back road to Alderaan. We'll take this road this time. See what we see along the way. Last time we did that quest where you take clothes to the merchant. And this time we'll see what we see on this road. Whoa. That was a weird load stutter. Honestly, I know the view distance is creating those load stutters, and I'm almost tempted to tune it back a bit. But you know, at some point we're going to be doing a little bit less traveling on the roads. I just think it's worth it. Let's figure out what's going on here. Get my fatigue up.
I'm listening.
Sozia Karistiania. Whatever. Hello there, stranger. I see you've already met my good friend Hlormar. My name is Sozia Karistua, whatever, the healer. How can I be of assistance to you? What's the deal with that guy? Ha! A right funny story that one is. The true story, Hlena, is that I took Hlormar on as a traveling companion for protection, only for the road to Caldera. Along the way, he was getting entirely too friendly for his own good, to the point where I actually had to cast the sleep spell on him, just to teach him a lesson in manners. I stripped him and left him by the road, and to be sure he didn't come after me for retribution, I took that cloud cleaver he's always fawning over as well. Cloud cleaver, huh? Oh, I don't think he's ready to get it back quite yet. I can still see the rage burning in those tiny Nord eyes of his. Tiny Nord eyes. Are Nord eyes actually tiny? However, if he meets me in 3 days at the Mages Guild Hall in Caldera, I will return everything I have of his, but not a minute sooner. Tell him that is Sozia's offer. You've heard my offer and it will not change. Huh. Well, what else is new? First, it seemed the fuss about the Nerevarine prophecy was just silly superstition. Then I learned that the Dunmer have been waiting for Lord Nerevar to come back for centuries. The Incarnate, they call it. Every few years an Ashlander appears, and the tribes call him the Incarnate. Then the temple goes out, hunts him down, and reveals him as fake. Why does the temple worry so much about it? I'm sure we'll find out more about that at some point. Yeah, okay. Well, I don't know. I think Helena's just going to reserve judgment on that whole Hlormar situation. And we're certainly not going back to convey that offer. If we bump into him again at some point, we'll see. I'm not sure. I think there's only 2 ways to do that quest. And someone has to die, I think. I don't think there's a peaceful way to resolve that quest. Very gray weather up here in the West Gash. And let's fortify agility. That is definitely... you can see the gray texture on that Nyx Hound. That is definitely a diseased Nyx Hound. Or blighted even. Oh god. Oh, we reached level 3. Yeah, it is really, that was nasty. Blighted Nyx Hound. Yeah. Well, time to try out this new healing spell. Yeah, see how much that heals us for the little magic it costs? It's a lot better than Hearth Heal, in my opinion. Mind you, we do have to cast it several times to heal completely, but just make sure I didn't catch anything from that nasty Nyx Hound. Yeah, no, it's still for most minor injuries. It's just, you know, otherwise we cast Hearth Heal once or twice and then we're just out of magicka. So yeah. Well, we have another naked Nord on the road. I think Hlena is starting to doubt the so-called witch, to be honest, because She seems to be leaving a trail of Nords stripped naked. This is a good opportunity to point out something I think is pretty awesome about Morrowind, and pretty funny about later Elder Scrolls games. Nords in Morrowind are not smart. They have low intelligence, and like the Nord characters are typically like not very smart. And somehow between Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim, Nords have suddenly become like perfectly intelligent, almost human kind of characters. I think that's super lame about Skyrim. I think they missed an opportunity to have a whole province full of kind of dumb Nords. But yeah. Hisen Deep Raid. What's your deal? You will speak with me now, or you shall feel the bite of my axe. When this enchantment wears off, Hisen Deep Red will shed some blood. Oh god. Enchantment. Aye, a foul witch. Yeah. What's her deal with Nords, basically? A foul witch has given me some enchanted disease, leaving me rooted to this spot. She called it Witch Wither, foul temptress. I had been her escort. She was a big woman, friendly, you know. Then the damn witch ensorcelled me, leaving me at this spot, nearly naked, to display my shame to the world. Hisen Deep Red is not accustomed to being mocked, stranger. I shall paint the ground with her entrails. Well, we might as well heal this guy's paralyzation. I think we can do that, to be honest. Let's oh. Nope, I don't think we can. Cure common disease on self. Well. Yeah, I don't know that we can. Do we have a... Can we give him a potion? Potion of cure common disease. Sure. Ah, you've got the potion. Give it to me. Yes, yes. I'm free of this enchantment. Hisen Deep Red calls you friend, Hlena. Take this, my family's helm, Ice Cap. It was worn by my father and by his father before him. It will protect you from the coldest of nights. Wear it with honor. Now I must go kill that witch. I shall plant her head on a stake for all to see.
Don't stand
Of course, he doesn't go kill the witch, does he? Anyway, there's definitely something amiss with that witch. Yeah, resist constant effect. This is actually kind of has a weirdly good effect. Resist frost 30% is a pretty good modifier. But yeah, I think it will look absolutely horrid on us. And if we read our journal, though his other faults are too great to number, the oath is... Oh wait. Hisen Deep Red is free of his disease. He seems to be a bit shamed by his ordeal, but maybe a little better for it. Though his other faults are too great to number, the oaf is nothing if not grateful. He has given me his fur helm, which he calls Ice Cap. It reeks of barbarian. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be wearing that anytime soon. Probably sell it, to be honest. Even though it has a pretty good enchantment. I also just find most hats are kind of ugly in this game. That's why we're going to train our unarmored skill, and we're going to kind of wear a mix of light armor and no armor, to be honest. I think that's the plan. Oh yeah, we leveled up. See, some of our skills are starting to get a little bit better. Short blade. I think I saw light armor fire off a second ago. And yeah. There's restoration. Yeah, that's very slowly increasing. Well, I think that's going to be kind of the how this is going to work with the natural character growth and decay mod. We are going to level up somewhat slowly. Some of our skills kind of got a bit of a boost at the beginning, but we'll be kind of naturally leveling up a bit slower. I've explained this in previous episodes, so forgive me if I'm repeating myself, but it also it means that we don't have to kind of power level in any way. We can train whatever skills we want, and it will, you know, just gradually increase our level. Our major skills, I think, increase our level faster, but our miscellaneous skills also contribute. So yeah, our attributes will increase as we increase our skills, and we just don't have to worry about it. Which I think it's good for... honestly, I would advise playing with it. I find it's a good playing experience, because at the end of the day, I'm just not that interested in kind of power leveling in Morrowind. If anything, if I feel like the game's too easy, I can crank up the difficulty or something, but or vice versa. But yeah, I don't find the leveling system that interesting. I find the attribute and statistic system great. I like the way that I like the skills that are here. I like the way they work. I like them much better than like the perk system in Skyrim or whatever. But yeah, the leveling system where you kind of choose points and different skills depending on which skills you leveled up, it's not that interesting. Certainly not that interesting to watch. And just being able to to pick skills that kind of fit our character and train them without overthinking it, I think it's going to be nice. Let's go see what's going on here. Man, these textures look pretty good too. The ground texture, yeah, that's some great kind of cracked mud or ash or whatever. Looks good, especially when you look at it close. Doesn't look all that great when you're just seeing a big swath of it, but up close it looks good.
Yes, madame, what is it?
Alright, what's going on? Please can you help me? My husband and I were traveling through here and we were attacked by a pack of wild Nyx hounds. There were at least 3 of them. They seemed to come out of nowhere. My husband, Dahrk and Dahrk, tried to fight them off, but they were too much for him and he was forced to flee. I tried to play dead in the hopes the hounds would find no sport in me. I just hope I can find Dahrk before the hounds came back. This is a thing with Dunmer names, with this sort of like double consonant that's impossible to pronounce. I'm not exactly sure what they were thinking of when they decided to give a bunch of characters difficult names to pronounce. I'll look for your husband. Yeah, I'll do that. You're willing to do that. Thank you so much. I'm sure he didn't go far because the hounds seem to have hurt him. If I remember correctly, he ran off to the west, but in all the confusion, I can't be sure. Well, if he ran off to the west, that's this way. I feel like there's like battle music playing or something. I think I might have killed those Nyx hounds last time I was here. It's one of those times where... Oh, a skulk. That's why the battle music was playing. Maybe a diseased skulk. I want to keep my distance from this. I kind of feel like... Actually could have a nasty... I guess they're a fire... They attack with fire, so I probably don't need to worry about it too much. Yeah, no. No, because that was a diseased shulk. Just wasn't able to hit it with a bow. I should really get my fatigue back. Whoa. And time to kill you now. Yeah, where's this dude? Ugh. That's the thing with Morrowind Releveled as well. We were encountering like diseased rats and blighted creatures. That's the Releveled thing. Reduces, just kind of changes the game so that there's some more dangerous creatures earlier on. Ah, another rat. I think this rat is totally glitched out, though. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep my distance. I don't know what it is about those bugged out rats. Oh, that's... Okay, that one I already killed. I see what I've done. Complete silliness. Yeah, I don't know. Where is this guy? She said to the west. Maybe he's over this... But we just came from here. Just trying to get to a high point and see if I can see him. Make use of this distant view thing. I've done this before, I know he's not far. But, well, this is just complete silliness. Fire fern. take a sample of that for Scathed Craw. Cure poison. That's a good one. We want those. I don't know, guys. I don't know where her husband is. See another outlet. I feel like we're getting kind of far here. I should be able to see him from high up. Very tempted to use that levitate dagger. Oh, wait, there he is. That must be him. Durarel, yes. You've spoken to Falanu? Then she's alive. Let's get back to her quickly. Yes, let's do that. Watch me not be able to find her now. Welcome to Morrowind. I gotta say though, I do like how there sort of aren't quest markers, you know? I feel like that's a whole debate about this game and Skyrim, but when I have quest markers, I'm just following GPS the entire time. Maybe that's how my brain works anyway. I find that my sense of navigation just goes to shit as soon as I have a GPS in the game. I find I just completely don't pay attention. There you are.
What is this about?
Shit. Yeah, no, I closed that by mistake. Well, let's see what the journal says. The reunited couple was grateful for my troubles. She had little to offer me in the way of payment for my services. They did, however, give me one of their favorite books. Oh, probably a skill book. A Dance in the Fire, Chapter 2. There we go. Awesome. What do we get? Block skill? Cool. I'll take it. We are going to collect books, because who the fuck doesn't collect books in Morrowind? We are going to collect books, for sure. We're going to have to find a place to store them, to be honest, but yeah. Because Oliver is not going to be carrying a library of books on his back. That would be cruel and unnatural. We will at some point find a home. In fact, full disclosure, at a certain point in the game, Oliver's main task, once we get a little bit more carry capacity and stuff, Oliver's main task will be ferrying things from one home to another or whatever. So that will be one of his main jobs. We won't always be walking around the world with him in tow. Although I do want to bring him on a good dungeon crawl and just grab all sorts of stuff and put it on. You know, he can truck it back to town. We can bring him to market. I'm gonna rest for an hour, or wait for an hour, I guess, just to get my fatigue back. To cast that spell again. See, now that I have a low-level restoration spell, I need to remember to cast it more often. Do we have anything we need to sell? I don't think so. I think we did most of the selling we needed to do in, oh god, I could sell that. Why are we even carrying that? Put these alchemy ingredients on Oliver for now. Allet Hive we can sell. I think that's all we need. Too bad we lost that cure common disease potion. Although we do have a spell for that, for curing ourselves. Just gonna restock those arrows. I think we're in good shape. I think you can just stay here. We'll just leave you kind of in the market square, so to speak. Well, here we are in Ald'ruhn. We are going to go and look into the House Redoran. Let's see if we can get some more info about Ald'ruhn in general, though. I'm Torion Pauper. Are you new here? I don't believe we've met. What do you know about... Some Ashlanders near Margon have been bragging about how they captured a famous noble. I wonder who it is. Little advice. If you want weapons or arms, yeah, we've already heard this before. There's a bunch of smiths here, and some of them are with different factions, basically. Little secret, yes. If someone attacks you first, you have the right to defend yourself. If someone doesn't attack you first, you're going to break the law if you attack him. Yes, that is basic Morrowind mechanics, yes. Morrowind lore. There are two criminal guilds here, are the Kimono Tong, the Native Criminal Syndicate, and the Thieves Guild, the Imperial Newcomers. Yes, we are also aware of that. Well, services. House Redoran services are in the Manor District under Scar. That's this thing. Temple services, the Aldrin Temple in the east side of town. Go to Fort Buckmoth, south of town for Imperial Legion, and Imperial Cult services. Yeah, so basically, kind of like Balmora has this sort of upper town with rich people, Aldrin has this under Scar district, Manor District. And, you know, down here is sort of the more poor area, so to speak. Yeah. One thing of note, I have a texture mod just for this building, because it's such a big building, and I believe it's all one mesh, if I'm not mistaken. That texture is like 16K or something. It's a huge texture, just so it covers the entire surface. It's pretty nice. It's pretty good, it's pretty decent. I'm sure there's someone watching who's like, I have a better one. And, you know, I'm not going to enter a pissing contest with anyone on who has the best looking Morrowind. I'm pretty happy with the way this setup looks. To be honest, I like the vanilla. Let's use a torch. God, it's dark in here. I like the vanilla look of Morrowind. I'm pretty happy with it. I just want things to be a little bit higher resolution. I know it's not hyper realistic or whatever, but okay, we've been there. We need to go to the House Redoran section. It's a pretty cool building. Redoran Council, that's what it's called. I think we can put this torch away. It's much nicer in here.
So what do you want?
Well, I want to join House Redoran. Are you sure you want to join House Redoran? Remember that you cannot join any other great house once you have made an oath to us. Well, let's hear the rules. Do not steal from your kin, strike your kin unprovoked, or murder your kin. Do not break your word, honor your superiors, and do your duty to your house. Respect the teachings of the Tribunal, defend your house, your people, and your honor. If you fail in these things, you will be cast out. If you fail twice, you will be cast out with no chance of regaining your honor. Cool. Well, yeah, I think we're going to join. So be it. You are now hireling Hlena in House Redoran. Say that 6 times fast. I will inform our trainers. Make use of them. If you truly wish to serve House Redoran, I can give you duties to perform. You may also check with me for advancement. Well, we might as well take some duties. Drilleen Fallen has asked for our help. She says her Guar herds have been having trouble with hostile mud crabs. Alright. To get to Drilleen's herd, leave west out of Aldrin and take the road towards Nissus. When you go into the hills, take the left fork to the southwest, take the right path at the next fork, and you should... Okay, well, that's going to be my journal. God, it's so complicated. Hostile mud crabs. Go talk to Drilleen Fallen. Her Guar herd is due west of here, just over the hills. She can tell you more about her mud crab problem. Awesome. Background. It's a matter of trust, Hlena, and I don't trust you enough yet. You don't trust me enough to tell you your background. That's weird. Huh. This is the, I'm gonna save. This is the red book of Great House Redoran. Okay, so these are just all of the, council affairs of note. Cool. I'm sure we'll get a copy of this at some point. I think we might be able to take that one. Oh, there's the guide to Aldrin. I think we can probably take both of those. Let's find out. Yeah, cool. We'll take those. You cool with that? No, I'm going now. Okay. Alright, well, that's cool. I think those were there for us to take. And we will read them at some point. But I think going to take care of this this mud crab thing is a good plan. We know we can kill mud crabs. It's a bad load time. Well, whatever. Maybe we'll do this one without Oliver. What time is it? 6 p.m. We can travel. Well, although it would be nice to have that tent with us, to be honest. Yeah, let's take Oliver. So we were told to go onto the road to Nissus. The only thing we can do is we can do this quest and maybe keep on towards Nissus. We'll see where it takes us. So keep working our way north, and then on the way back we can let her know we've finished the task. Which way? It's got to be this way, right? No, that's the road to Margon. It's the same way, though, isn't it? Yeah. These roads get very confusing. We'll press on, and if we run out of fatigue, I'll just take one of those potions. Let's look at some use out of them. Yeah. Very well on the right way. At some point we'll do some netch hunting. Netch leather is a useful alchemical ingredient, but I'm not entirely convinced we are high enough level for the time being. So it said something about when we get to the hills. Should take the road to Nissus, take the left fork as soon as I enter the hills. Then take the next fork to the right. This due west. Yeah, okay, I see. So we're gonna come down here, and then maybe go up here. I think that's what we're doing. Uh-oh. Okay, next fork to the right. I think that's here. Let me take a look. Yeah, I think this is what we want. Oh boy, here we go. Not fast enough on the bow. Oh, we're naturally getting some unarmored skill just by not wearing a helmet. Now, it did say that it was almost due west. We may want to go up on one of these hills and see if we can see her hut. It's not far from here, if I'm not mistaken. Let's climb up here. Ah! I think that's it. Resist poison. That is not very useful. I think this is her hut. Yep. That is a Guar herd. For sure. There's no real road that leads directly to her, though, eh? Oliver's stuck. Whatever.
I'm listening.
Whoa, there he is.
Go ahead.
Hello, Druleen Fallen. Did Naminda send you? Yes, Naminda. Naminda, our little House Redoran chief. Are you here to help with those hostile mud crabs? Yes, there's a pair of them that have been hunting my Guar. Just the other day, they killed one off and dragged it off. They killed one and dragged it off. They usually come from the coast to the southwest. If this keeps up, I might have to sell what I still got and move back to Tyr. Tyr, huh? It's also called Drez since it's the home of House Drez. Too hot for me, though. It's practically in Argonia. This is an interesting little bit of lore. This is in the vanilla game. Talk about Tyr. Of course, you can't go to Tyr in the vanilla game. It is... I guess it's like down here somewhere? Like, down here, really. So it's we can't go there, I don't think. I don't think there's anything done in this section, but pretty soon, I mean, at some point anyway, when they get around to doing that, we could go to Tyr. So that's cool. She said to the southwest. Basically, we're going into the oh dear. I'm gonna tell you to stay. Hopefully that... Oh yeah, that is a blighted critter. For sure. I have a feeling that Oliver got blighted and ate a rat or something too. Because if we give him rat meat, it heals him, I think. Check Guar. Health is at 78%. I don't know. I thought I saw a magic. I thought I saw like some magic happen there. Let's cast Heal Companion. Yeah, again, another low-level restoration spell that we can practice. Quite useful. Yeah, even we only have like 40 magicka or something, but even with that we can actually do a fair amount. It's really getting pretty late, huh? 8 p.m. Be a good time to set up camp. This is a Dunmer fortress. I think we need to go farther south. Over the hills in the swamp, I think, is what she said. We'll walk for another little bit, and then we'll set up camp. Deal with those mud crabs in the morning. Once again, back in the bitter. I've got tons of this stuff. In the bitter, what is this? The bitter coast, yeah. Yeah, those mud crabs are definitely not far from here. Oof, it's raining. Yep. Okay, time to set up camp. I don't know why we decided to camp here in this swamp. We really would have been better off on the other side of the hill. However, find a dry spot. Uh-oh. Tell you what, I think we found the mud crabs. Oh yeah, there's the dead Guar too. Well. Yeah, I think if I sneak when they've already detected me, you don't seem to do archery as well if you're sneaking but they've already detected you. Not sure. I've noticed that. Yeah, these are like super mud crabs. Well, can I dispose of the Guar corpse? No, I can't just go. So that's like I could probably infinitely store. He could be my bookshelf. Hilarious. Well, I think it stopped raining actually, but regardless, it's time to set up camp for the night. It's a reasonably flat piece of swamp. Ah, the bedroll actually rolled out correctly for once. Cool. It's the little things, you know, the little things. Nice. It's been a while since since we sort of made a proper campsite. Maybe we can bring all over to the fire. You might as well stay warm. This is a good camping mod. I do like it. It's not, you know, there are limitations. There are limitations. It does some weird clipping things with the terrain, but I don't mind it. Look at that. Look at that. Alright. Bedtime. There we are. And it's a really, really pleasant looking morning. A pleasant sunrise, so to speak. I think that we are going to call it for this episode. After that that pleasant camping experience. And next episode we will go back to, I guess we'll check in with, just let her know, what's her name there, let her know that we dealt with the mud crab problem, and we'll head back to Ald'ruhn. Or we might actually continue on the road to Nissus. I think that's what we'll do. I think next episode we're going to head back, we're going to stop by that hut again, Druleen, or whatever her name is, and then we'll head straight up to Nissus and do those pilgrimages. At which point we can go back to Ald'ruhn, and at that point I think what we can do is we can look at what House Redoran has for us, and we can also, it's a pretty straight shot to Ghostgate from Ald'ruhn. There's kind of a back road you can take to Ghostgate and then go back to Balmora that way, so that could be kind of a cool way to, again, avoid retracing our steps. But yeah, so lots planned for the next episode, or next few episodes. And yeah, we're starting to develop quite the alibi for Hlena. And that's it. So if you enjoy this video, please like and subscribe and all that. And I'll see you next time. Ciao.